Hello, people. Thank you. I made this mask because Avatar 3 came out today. Which I wish I could go see it for opening night, but I can't. Hi. Do I have more masks? I do. I have about 15 masks, I think. Ooh, excuse me. Athena, stop eating my stuff. My cat's chewing on something. I have a question. Do I make candy? I do. My candy is on the other side of the room. Which reminds me that I need to make a ear bracelet for this mask soon. I'll do that later though. I do have Discord. Throw away that mask. No, it took me 5 or 6 hours to make. My Discord is the same username as this account. That's what I'm saying, bro. I think this phone is dead. We'll find out together. Or maybe we won't. Hello? Okay, it's dead. Wonderful. Thank you. When this phone dies and you try to turn it on, the dead screen doesn't show up for some reason. It used to, but it doesn't anymore, and it's weird. But my second phone is dead. Yeah, I have that spaghetti song stuck in my head. Eat it up, eat it, eat it. Eat it up, eat it up. Athena, come here. Come here. Hi, kitty. Meow meow. My username is just the same as my YouTube username. Crimzo_404. Kitty. Oh. Athena, please don't climb on my desk. Kitty! She's fat. She is 15 pounds, I think. 10 or 15. 6, 7. So she is a little chunky. I love how I say 6, 7 and then 12 people join. Shit. What? Are you taking a shit? What are we talking? Huh? Stop. YouTube's gonna demonetize me. My cat ran away 2 months ago. No! He was 14? My word. Yeah, cat life expectancy is anywhere between 13 and 20, so. Oh, shucks. Well, I hope he didn't pass. But if he did, I give my condolences. Kitty. Kitty. Meow. But I have these two. So this mask is based off of a Dark Forest Navi, which... Can I rant about Avatar? Are we good with that? Because I love Avatar and the entire franchise. I hate to move on from your cat passing so quick, but I'm autistic about Avatar. Yeah, cats run away or they try to, when they're about to pass away, because they don't see the need to stay in their owner's house anymore. Because when cats try to run away, they usually come straight back because they know that their house is like, oh, I definitely have food and water here. This is where I get everything I need to live. But when they're not going to live longer, they don't see the need to stay anymore. And it's so sad. They also do that because they know the distress of passing, surprisingly. And so cats don't want their owners to experience their passing. And it makes me want to cry. Cats are such, like, emotional beings. Athena, please never die. You're immortal. It's okay. I'm gonna gaslight myself into thinking my cat's immortal. You're not gonna pass away. It's okay, I promise. Mwah. Kitty. Wow. But anyway, can I rant about Avatar? Like, the not be people? Because I love Avatar. The post-Avatar depression hit me so hard last night. Oh my god. Because I watched the first and second movies to prepare for the third one. Hit me like a truck. Who is DMing me? Hello? Lady Taki? Oh, it's a lesson notification. Shut up. But yeah, I am autistic about Avatar. I need to rant about Avatar all the time, always. Because there's so much about Avatar that isn't talked about in the movies. But there's also so much happening with Avatar. There's the RDA handbook. There are the RDA files of experiments of the Not Be people. And then there's the comics and the graphic novels for Avatar. Like, there's a lot of other media for Avatar that not a lot of people know about, so not a lot of people know a lot of information about Avatar. And I'm, like, so autistic about it. Meow. But yeah, I'm very autistic about Avatar and Not Be People, and it's amazing. But yeah, I have this that I'm gonna put up here, and then I have this that I'm gonna put, like, up here. When I make the ear cuffs for this mask, that's what I'm gonna do with it. I need to post my live stream announcement soon because I've been putting that off. Because I'm not going to be able to live stream for about a week. And y'all are going to hate me for that. That is such poor lighting, never mind. I was gonna see if I could turn that lamp off because it's, like, directly in my eyeball, but the lighting is terrible without it, so never mind. I keep, like, adjusting the mask because I can. I need to put the strap, like, higher up, I think, because it keeps, like, pushing down on my ear. Okay, that's better. Because it kept, like, pushing down on my ear like that, and it hurt. But yeah, Avatar, the Not Be people. Specifically the Not Be people that aren't talked about in the movies. Which, I guess, Varang and the Ash Clan are talked about now, so that's off the list. But, like, the Dark Forest Na'vi, which is what this mask is based off of. I posted a TikTok about this mask today, and somebody was like, your mask is darker than the actual Navi. And I'm like, read a book. Read the comics and the graphic novels, and then come back to me. Because this is Dark Forest Navi. It's not the Ometakaya or the Metkaina. Leave me alone! My mom's boyfriend took me to McDonald's today. Because he doesn't leave for work until, like, noon. And my mom leaves for work at, like, 8. I think. Like, 7 or 8. And anyway, I woke up and he took me to McDonald's. And it was freaking packed. Random, like, noon Thursday. Like, random Thursday at noon. And it was, like, packed. For what reason? Like, that McDonald's is never that packed unless it's, like, Saturday. So he was using the mobile app, and usually he goes through the drive-thru when he does that, but the drive-thru was wrapping around the whole building. So he was like, okay, I'm just gonna walk in and do it that way. So he walked in, and it took him 15 minutes to get our food. They put ice in my Coke at that McDonald's, and they took so long to get to our order that the ice melted. The ice melted in my Coke. Which, they were busy and everything, so obviously I didn't want to, like, walk in or whatever, but... Hi! I did get a new mask. I made this one last night. It's based off of the Not Be People, which I keep telling people. Like, I keep, like, frantically, like, texting and typing people. Like, stop using Nitiri's stripes as a reference for whatever you're trying to do. Like, when people are making their own, like, Not Be masks or, like, Not Be makeup, where they're like, oh, this is me as a Not Be. The stripes on, specifically the Metkai, or not the Metkai, the Ometakaya, the stripes on the Ometakaya are all unique. They can look similar, yes, but when you use, her stripes as, like, a direct reference for what you're doing, like, copy her stripes exactly, and then you're like, oh, this is me as a Not Be, and I'm like, no, you're just cosplaying Netiri at that point, because all stripes are different. So I'm telling people, I'm like, please, stop copying her stripes directly. Stop doing that. Do I consider myself more animal than human? Yes. But also, humans are animals. So. There you go. What's my favorite song? My favorite songwriter. Jaharia. But if you're asking if I see myself as more not human, the answer is yes. I hate when I have direct light in, on my... I hate when I have direct light on my mask without, a filter or anything. Because you can see, my eye. You can see me blinking through my eye mesh. Goodbye! But anyway. I bought, fake leaves and, I bought, fake leaves and fake, just fake plants, and I was gonna, cut them up and glue them to the mask like up by the ears and down here. But then I decided that that would be a little too extra to have on permanently. If I could find a way to have them on, like, temporarily, that'd be great. But, like, permanently, there'd be too much going on. So I decided not to have that. How did you break your arm? I have actually never broken a bone. I've never broken anything. I've never fractured anything. And that is a shock to me. Because I get in so many accidents. I think it's because of how much milk I drank as a kid. I have no idea. But I get in so many accidents. I've never broken a bone. Flashbang. What the Sigma? I'm not brain rotted, guys, I swear. Oh. 6-7. Well, have you tried not doing that? I can't even come with something mean enough. You obviously can't even grammar properly either. Shrug. Sounds like a skill issue, honestly. Anyway, much love. Sorry you broke your arm. Slop. That's all you could come up with? Love the effort, thank you, babes. I do need to plug my phone in, though. They are? Question mark. I post about my family all the time on my TikTok. What are we talking about? I have a picture of me with my dad and me with my mom. Calm down. Take a breath, guys. You have a dad? What? Yes, I have a picture of me in fursuit with my dad next to me. Love your mouth, thank you. You and your lack of reason. Your grammatical errors is absolutely astounding to me. What are we talking about? I have moon water that's been sitting here for like 2 months now. I'm sure they're present in my life. They are. Thank you. Can you try to say my name? Ziva Rote? Rota? Rote? Question mark? Hey, hi. I literally just said that I have a picture of me in fursuit with my dad next to me. They do not give a fuck. Also, quick question. Hey. Shh, I have a question. Hi. So how do you think I get my materials as an unemployed person? What are we talking about? Dog Mask Online, 3 p.m. Huh? Dog Mask Online at 3 p.m.? Actually, it's 2 p.m. Get it right. Also, it's not a dog. It's a not me. If you're gonna insult me, do it properly. I think that's their goal, I fear. I'm being a dick online and I'm still doing more important shit. Clearly not. If you're bullying people online, you're clearly not doing anything important. So. Bye. It's okay, guys. He's timed out. I need to pop my neck so bad. Kitty. Anyways, love your mask. Thank you. It glows in the dark, by the way. Hold on, let me show you what it looks like in the dark. Oh. Hold on, let me find the picture. That's what it looks like in the dark. All the, like, spots you see right here, that's what glows in the dark. Yeah, all these spots, they glow in the dark. Thank you. Oh, I have to sneeze. I have to sneeze. I can't sneeze. What the fart? Every time I go live and I have to sneeze, I can't. Like, can I put your name on my cast? Sure. Why not? Do I have any other masks? I have about 15 masks, I think. 10 or 15, something like that. I have a lot. You can see all of them, actually. So this one... Oh my god, my nose is so red, what the fart. This one I made last night. It's just black lenses. You can see the stripes. I don't know why... Thank you. I did sleep in my makeup. You can tell that, but whatever. On YouTube, the stripes aren't as visible as they are IRL, but whatever. I might fix that. I might end up painting over them with a lighter blue. Because I do want the stripes to be a little more obvious. This is another one of my masks. This is a black wolf mask. Probably one of my heaviest. That's what the inside looks like. This one's probably one of my heaviest. This mask, this is a cross fox. Has little teethers. This tooth is like... Or, it's this one that's falling off, yeah. But... a lot of my masks have scars on them. You will notice very quickly. This is another one. More teeth. The scars glow in the dark, so that glows in the dark, and so do those two. And then that's the inside of this one. And this one. I think a couple of them I'm not too attached to. But yeah, this is just an alien cat. No, it is not Narpy, please don't ask. It has gems implanted in her skin. We love her for that. This one, which doesn't have eyes at the moment. So that's lovely. This one is my main mask. It's one of my main because it's one of the better ones that I have. And then that's my username. Right there, Crimzo. That's the inside. Nothing going on. Let me move the stack over here. Ugh. This one, I did not make this, but I bought it. This is the first and only mask that I've bought and owned. It's made by Scooter Claws on YouTube and I think TikTok. Yeah. This is one of the more comfortable ones that I have because it's fully lined. But I did not make that one. I bought that one. This is another one that I bought. Or, not another one that I made. My brain isn't thinking, but I made this one just for Goose and Gaps. I think I originally made it for the No Kings protest that I went to, but I didn't end up wearing it because it was pouring rain on us. But they have pincers and horns. Yeah. I made this one. The horn unfortunately fell off. I need to glue that back in place, but we're going to ignore that. I made this one out of paper mache and Model Magic clay. And then the eyes are filled in with hot glue. So, that's what's happening there. And then this is another one of my more recent ones. I do want to replace the fur because I want the fluff to be longer, but this one is based off of a beetle that I found on Pinterest that I really like. But yeah, that is all of them. And then this is my most recent. I made yesterday. But yeah, on pretty much all of my masks, there are scars or symbols on them. And that's because I am not great with symmetry whatsoever. So instead of having to deal with symmetry, I make them asymmetrical on purpose. And scars help with that. Thank you. But yeah, I think I want to redo the stripes, make them a little more visible. paint. Paint. Which is my favorite? Either the calico mask that I said was my main mask, or the knobby one. And if you want to see what I use for a paint palette, because I don't want to use anything too fancy, this is my palette. Paint it white with the same paint, and then put the color in it. I just had a stroke trying to read your comment. But yeah, I don't like to use anything fancy, so I just use a piece of cardboard, and that is enough for me. I'm gonna see how painting this will work out, because also, yes, my white paint is on its last leg, so we're gonna ignore that. I love questions. My Tamagotchi is yelling at me. But yes, my white paint is on its last leg, so I am scraping to the bottom of the barrel quite literally. Okay. That might be the right shade. I don't know. I honestly cannot tell you. Do I have tails? I do. I have a silver fox taxidermy, and then I have a trying to think, and then I have 2 fake fur tails. It is. I'm fixing the stripes on it because the stripes were too dark for my liking. You're really sick? Have you taken any meds for it yet? Bye. Can I release? I do not know what you mean by that. See if that looks better. Yes. You could see the difference between these lines and these lines. These are the lines that I've worked on already. It definitely looks better. Let's just hope I have enough paint. I will go over. That is what it is. The like species of like in Avatar that you're thinking of is called Na'vi. And that is what it is. I can tell you everything about Avatar. The specific type of Na'vi that it is the dark forest Na'vi or the nocturnal Na'vi, which is why the blue looks a lot darker than the Ometakaya, which is the clan that Natiti is from, if you don't know. But yeah, the blue skin of the dark forest Na'vi is it's a lot darker than the Ometakaya, which helps them hunt a lot better. Are you talking about Natiti? Are you saying Natiti is your favorite? Because you spell her name like Neytiri. Na'vi is the name of the species, like, as a whole. Okay, I think we have to switch what white we use. But Na'vi is N-A''vi. Because when you're saying Na'vi, like when you're saying the name of their species, there is kind of like an interruption almost in the middle of the word, and that apostrophe signals the interruption. But yeah, the Dark Forest Na'vi is my kin type. Yes, they are so pretty. And the stripes match the stripes on humans. And they're luminescent dots, I guess you could say. The bioluminescent dots match the flow of their nerves in their nervous system. Even though a bunch of people think that the dots are just there for aesthetic purposes or whatever, it's not. And how the dots work are really interesting. If you hear my Tamagotchi in the background, what you want, fool? I have 2 Tamagotchis. I have a Tamagotchi Gen 2 and a Tamagotchi Connection. The Tamagotchi Connection is the one that's beeping in the background. Okay? I don't know why you're prepping me for questions if I'm 3 years old, but sure. I think I'm going to end up doing another layer of paint on the glow-in-the-dark paint. Just ask it, bro. As soon as I heard Tamagotchi, I instantly thought of Turning Red. Yes, I love Turning Red. I don't know why that movie got so much hate. It was an amazing movie. And I think I cried the first time I saw it. Yes, I cried at Turning Red, and then I cried at Elio, the Pixar movie about the aliens. I wish it was raining. Give me some of your rain. It was pretty misty outside yesterday, but I don't think we got any, like, actual rain. It was just, like, misty and foggy yesterday. Which is sad because I love the rain. You know that, like, how do... There is green coming off of this brush right now, and I have no idea why. I did. Because he is a very problematic person. Thank you! Diva! Diva. You know that person that, like, does paintings at, like, weddings and events and stuff, and, like, wipes her paint on her dress? And people are like, oh my gosh, that's so performative. Like, you know that person? I don't know if it's, like, a Chinese girl, or I don't know who, like, what her race is. I don't remember. But all I know is that she, like, wipes paint on her, like, silky dresses. And people are like, oh my gosh, that's so performative. Like, that's so attention-seeking, whatever. It's so stupid when I hear people do that. Like, it's so stupid when I hear people do that. And I'm over here using my arm as a paint palette. And I'm like, guys, lock in. Like, it's not performative, it's just practical. Like, if I'm in the middle of, like, a rush painting, which, if you don't know what rush painting is, it's like it's a type of painting competition where you have, like, a certain amount of time to do something. And I'm like, guys, I don't have the time to be like, I don't have the time to, yeah, it's either called speed painting or rush painting, but you have, like, 20 to 30 minutes to do a whole painting. I don't have the time to stop every 2 seconds to, like, carefully wipe off my brush with a paper towel. Like, the idea of rubbing your paint on your clothes instead of stopping isn't a new concept. She just happened to have gone viral for it. Like, people do that all the time. Like, I live in a very small town. Like, I live in the middle of nowhere, population of, like, 20,000 maybe. And that. It is done. It's been done. I finished it yesterday, but I decided, looking into the camera, that the stripes were too dark. So I'm fixing it and making the stripes a little lighter. Yeah, like, there's, like, 20,000 people in, like, it's a small town, and people rub their paint on their clothes during speed painting. And, like, it's not a new concept. That girl just so happened to have gotten popular for it. And I'm like, Girl, she's not doing anything new. She's not doing anything special. She's not doing it for attention-seeking, that's for damn sure. If you're under a time crunch, you don't have the time to stop every 2 seconds to carefully wipe off your brush with, like, a paper towel like you would in art class or something. Like, people need to get a grip, honestly. Like, at this point, people are so bored and they have freaking nothing to do that literally anything that is, like, new or different to them or anything that goes viral for being different, they'll say is attention-seeking and then harass that person for doing so. And it's absolutely ridiculous. Like, yes, have your opinion. Call her attention-seeking on your own time. But there's no reason to be going into her comments and calling her that. Like, if you hate it that much, just block her. You don't have to be doing all that. It's extra, is what that is. But I hate it so much when somebody gets viral for doing something, like, unique or doing something that they're passionate about. Like, originally, people went into her comments to tell her how amazing the painting was that she was doing. And then the bored people, the people with absolutely no goddamn life, were going into her comments telling her how attention-seeking she was for doing a technique that's been around for years. Like, my grandma did that and still does that for speed painting. She started doing that in, like, the 90s. Like, it's not a new technique. She's not doing it to be attention-seeking. She's doing it to be convenient, and people are just so annoying. Like, they're so annoying about it. Like, yes, on your own time. On your own time, call her annoying, call her attention-seeking. Sure, have whatever opinion you fucking want. I don't care. But don't go into her comments and express that opinion to someone with a passion that is sharing her content to express said passion. It's so stupid. Like, get a life. Go apply for a job. Maybe, I don't know. Like, if you're that bored and lonely, maybe open a Tinder or a Grindr. Like, leave this lady alone. Yeah, and that's fine. Like, you're allowed to have whatever opinion you want about whether or not they're annoying. But when it comes to like, people saying it in her comments, like, basically trashing her and her passion, it's stupid. I do have more. I have about, like, 10 or 15. I've been making masks for 2 or 3 years now, I think. See, that looks so much better. I love the blue, thank you. Yeah, Avatar Fire and Ash came out today. I unfortunately cannot see it, but I decided to make a mask last night for it. I'm going to see it after the holidays. I think, like, girl, I don't even know. Before New Year's, I know that much. But in, like, a week or two is when I'm gonna go see it. I love Dragon Puppeteers. As someone who is creative and all of that, I am no engineer. I do not know how to make one of those. I am a painter and a fabric artist, and that is it. See, that looks so much better. I'm gonna bust. Anyways. If you see me, if I, like, keep like, showing you the mask. Ignore that. I'm using this as a mirror to make sure it's symmetrical. Anyway. Please shut the hell up, little bro, and go get a job. I am on disability. Oh, excuse me. I am on disability. I cannot get a job. What guy am I kicking? 6. Please shut the hell up. Scroll, little bro. Yeah, I'm on disability. As much as I would love to get a job. Uh-oh, gang, you're gonna die. I'm kidding, you're not gonna die. Bro, give me your rain. I will take your rain. I want it. The morning light is turning blue, the feeling is below. You should check your weather app. Miney, oh. Miney just popped out of place, chat. Wonderful. No, my knee popped out of place, like my kneecap. Hold on. Who fucked up your haircut? The amount of times I've had somebody ask me that is so funny. So I actually cut my hair for medical reasons. So, me, myself, and I guess. I had someone in here the other day, they were like, golly gee. Huh? Golly gee willikers. What are we talking about? Someone was in here the other day, like on my last live, and they were like, oh, I think you'd look a lot better with long hair. You should have kept it. Yeah, I know I would have looked better. I know that. But I kind of didn't really have much of a choice in cutting it. Like, it's so weird when people say shit like that. I'm like, you don't know me. You don't know why I cut my hair. Please back up. There's hair on my paintbrush. Get off. Huh? Oh, oh. I just realized I've been watching your live for 30 minutes in the middle of the night. Alright. Don't die. Someone tried to cancel me because, someone tried to cancel me because I was on a live, and this was when I was, like, live on TikTok. I was on a live, and someone was like, it's 3 a.m. and I'm watching your live. And I was like, oh, poggers, I love staying up late. And they tried to cancel me for promoting insomnia. Where? Where was I promoting insomnia? What are we talking about? It's... TikTok is strange. Strange place. But yeah, someone was like, crimsoism is encouraging insomnia and bad sleeping habits. And I'm like, no, I'm not this person's mom. I'm not this person's parent. I'm pretty sure this person is a full-grown adult. I'm not gonna go out of my way and tell them, please go the fuck to bed. I couldn't care less. People trashing on, like, punk people for having punk values is so funny. Do you think God stays in heaven because he's too afraid? Yes. He's too afraid of me. I'm too powerful. Sorry, chat. My fault. My swag is too powerful. He could not contain my swag. He had to go. Yeah, I have punk ideation, but I'm not actually... Like, I don't dress punk, I guess. I dress alternative, but not exactly, like, the stereotypical punk. And I have, you know, punk ideation. And I went to the No Kings protest, which in my city, in, like, my town that it was held in, it was run by the Democratic Party. And don't get me wrong, I don't really... Yes, I love goths. Ooh, tell me, mommy. I... Like, don't get me wrong, I don't give a fuck for the Democratic Party. I don't give a fuck for any party. But if there were to be one that I had to side with, it would be the Democrats. Like, if I was held at gunpoint, Republican or Democrat. But I don't give a fuck for either of the parties, so it doesn't matter. And someone, like, saw me at the No Kings protest and saw that it was run by the Democratic Party. And they're like, oh my gosh, they're a punk taking sides. And I'm like, no. The No Kings protest has nothing to do with your political party. It just so happened to be run by them. I did. They're so pretty. See, that looks so much better. We love grammar. Yummy. But yeah, people are fucking stupid. Yippee! My mom, like when I was growing up, my mom always said that I would either become the president or end up life in jail. Which she said that because I've always been like since I was younger, I always thought of like what I could do as the president. And my mom thought that they were all really great ideas. They were all really helpful. But she said that I'll either end up the president or I'll end up in jail for going to protests. And I was like, you know what? Maybe both. If Trump can be president with his track record, maybe I could do both. Quick question. And I know this is probably like already answered. I don't know. I don't have my phone with me to look it up. Why has nobody edited the Constitution in years? Like, it's been so long since last time. Do you ever use sunglass lenses for your mask? I don't, but I have wanted to. Like, the Constitution needs to be edited. It needs to be, not edited, it needs to be added to. Doesn't need to be edited. Everything on it right now is fine. But, like, there needs to be something in the Constitution about, like, felonies and presidents. Just like, hey, if you're, like, a fucking criminal, you probably shouldn't be running the goddamn country because it's stupid. Hey, I'm a failing businessman who has 34 counts of fraud and probably an affair. I'm gonna run the country now. Like, that doesn't sound like a smart idea. Like, hey, I'm a president known for fraud. Let me run the country. What the fart are we talking about? Also, yes, I will be political on my channel. Yay! I am in Texas, America. The morning light is turning blue, the feeling is bizarre. That looks so much better. Oops. There are 3 people watching my live right now. I also need to paint the back of this. How often do I stream? Every other day, pretty much. But if you're new to my stream, you're kind of at an unlucky time to start subscribing to me because I have holiday stuff coming up, so I won't be able to go live for the next week or so. I will try to go live if I can, but I'll be with family, so I have no idea. Add blue fur to the back of the ears. I do not have any fur. I used the last of my fur making this mask. But if I ever get fur, I will definitely do that. Let's get put it in the video. I sound like who? Hi. I'm so excited, sorry. Anyway. If you had a door that could take you anywhere in the world, where would it go? Anywhere on Earth? Pandora. Although it is fictional, one can hope. Pandora, and then I can become the next spider. If you know what I'm talking about. Do I know Dandy's World? I know of it, but I don't know anything about it. I've never played it. I don't know the lore of it, even though I know that there is lore. Which fandoms am I in? I am in Avatar, the Blue People, not the Last Airbender. I am in any of the Slenderverses, so Creepypasta, Marble Hornets, Everyman Hybrid, all of that. I am in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, not the comic books, do not even ask. And that's pretty much it. I mean, I do have minor ones that I kind of like fade in and out of, but other than those, I don't have any that I think I've like dove into. If you ask me what communities I'm a part of, that's a different story. Oh, I forgot about Helliverse. I've seen those, yes. Oh, and Glitch Productions, anything by them. Amazing Digital Circus, Murder Drones. Yeah. The Vecna trend, like, watching it, is kind of concerning. Honestly. I have hypermobile Ehlers-Danlos syndrome. And so seeing people who are that double jointed to be able to do that trend, I'm like, hey babes, you should get that checked out. There's something happening. It is an amazing trend, but also like all these people that are that double jointed to the point of like, yes, I love indie animation. I want to get more into, because the Helliverse is no longer an indie animation. If you didn't know, they're no longer indie, which is why I freaking hate Vivzy Pop for even signing that contract with A24. But whatever, it's fine. Yeah. The Helliverse is no longer indie, but Glitch Productions is indie, and Safely. Oh my gosh. Yeah, the Helliverse is no longer an indie animation company because indie means independent, which means without a studio or production company to tell them what to do. But the Helliverse signed off pretty much all of their content to A24 and Spindle Horse, which are both production companies. So because they're now owned by major production companies, they're no longer an independent animation. Okay, Aphrodite bless. Sorry, I can't speak. I am a religion called Christo or Christo-pagan, which is a very loose umbrella term. Basically meaning any variation of the mix of belief between a denomination of Christianity and paganism, which can mean a lot of different things, and even if you try to look up what Christo-pagan means, Google will tell you it's different for everyone. So, for me, I grew up very Christian, very kind of non-denominational Christian, and then for like a short period, I was Catholic. No, I am not registered under the Catholic Church. Don't even try to ask. And so I believe in the baseline principles of the Bible. Like, you know, the basic, like, 10 Commandments, like the be kind, love everyone, whatever. Love everyone, respect everyone, love thy neighbor. Like, I understand that baseline principle of the Bible. And I also follow the Catechism, which is basically like the Catholic rulebook. What is and isn't considered sin. So, with that being said, I do not believe in any of these stories told. I do believe Jesus Christ as a person was a very big historical figure for religion. Anybody who is or isn't Christian can tell you that. And yeah, anyone who is or isn't Christian can tell you that Jesus Christ was a historical religious figure who lived. But him as a person differs from person to person. Jesus Christ could be pretty much nothing to a person, or they could be a prophet, whatever you believe in. But when it comes to the actual stories of the Bible, like walking on water, or healing the blind, or like miracles, like I believe all of those stories were just metaphors and analogies to get the point across of what is and isn't. Is God and Jesus still real? Yeah, I kind of believe in that sense of it. But when it comes to like healing the blind, walking on water, I think those are all metaphors and analogies. And when it comes to what exactly I worship and where I think I'll go when I die, I worship the Norse and Greek gods and goddesses. So basically, I worship the Norse and Greek gods and goddesses, and I practice the like pagan witchcraft. But when it comes to my morals as a person, I follow the Bible and the Catechism. Well, I am a very heavy believer in either reincarnation or the afterlife, like Valhalla, or like those kinds of ideas, like Valhalla, the underworld, stuff like that. So kind of those afterlives, and then also reincarnation. It just depends on what you did in your life to deserve where you go. Athena, no. I'm sorry. Yeah, I've kind of always been like that. Even when I was like really little, like growing up, my parents, did the normal like Christian childhood thing. Um, oof. Kind of like the Christian childhood thing where it's like, oh, you like pray before bed, pray at your meals, like stuff like that. And even when I was that extremely Catholic and like Christian, my beliefs still strongly geared towards like the Greek mythology, even though I was still I was never raised on that belief. Yeah. So that's what happened there. So my mom said ever since I was a little kid, I always like questioned the Bible and the stories in it. But I never really questioned the principles of it. Like I understood like the morality of it, but when it came to the actual thing, reveals himself. Is he gonna whip it out? What is he revealing? I thought Jesus died. How am I supposed to know him? Is he gonna pop up in my room? Is he gonna take me out for brunch? Like, I saw this AI story where this girl was forced to be Christian and her parents forced her to stay in the basement because she didn't believe in Jesus. And she planked. Huh! That's hilarious. That's amazing. But yeah, it's not like I suddenly woke up one day and was like, oh, I think I'm pagan now. I always questioned the stories of the Bible. It's not like I woke up one day or experienced some sort of trauma or whatever. I never believed in it. Not to diss anyone religion, but you want me to believe a man who can summon. Like, you're gonna tell me that a man can do that? Being birthed by an alleged virgin, by the way, but also isn't a part of witchcraft? Suspicious. Life advice? Okay, what's up? He died, but then he lived 3 days later. Yeah, like, you're gonna tell me that's not witchcraft. Like, it sounds like something supernatural is going on, and y'all are just in denial. I feel like that line in the Bible where it's like, witchcraft is a sin, I feel like that's supposed to be a joke. Like, oh, witchcraft is a sin, while Jesus is actively performing witchcraft. Like, I don't believe. I don't believe it. But anyway, yeah, I fixed it. The lines are definitely lighter, better. Bigger, better, stronger. Better, stronger. Anyway. I'll do a second layer of glow-in-the-dark paint later. But this is what it looks like now. It's definitely better. Oh, thank God. But But yeah, this is my paint palette. I do get another piece of cardboard every month or so. Only because, if you don't know, acrylic can rehydrate itself if you put acrylic on top of it. So eventually, this will happen over here, where acrylic will just mix together. I'm not going to be rude, but how can one normal human being tortured turn into God? Yeah, like, it's crazy. Like, hey guys. So this man, born from a virgin, who was very passionate about the idea of her being a virgin, gave birth to the Son of God, and then the Son of God walked on water, summoned bread, water into wine. Like, what are we talking about? I feel like Jesus was an alcoholic. He was so passionate about water turning into wine. He was, like, so excited about it. Yeah, it's weird. But what proof was there that he was God's son? That's my question. What proof was there that he was God's son? Damn, Shawty, you fine. Yeah, if you're talking to someone like that, I'm not interested. Because I am not a Shawty. And you are not using correct grammar, so I'm not interested. Thank you, though. Much love. But also, I'm taken. So, you can call me Crimzo. Quick question. Hey, how could they look at Jesus' blood before anything scientific was made or invented or discovered? I'm not even sure they knew what a chromosome was. So. Where did they find it? And in what container? If Jesus is real, then why haven't he come back and actually show us that he's real? Because apparently if he does that, that means we're all dying. Like, what are we talking about? Bye! Jesus wasn't promoting being drunk. But he was so passionate about the wine thing. He was obviously an alcoholic. Bye! Like, come on, guys. Like, obviously. Anyway. I'm gonna be mature about this. It's okay. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Lady Takre keeps freaking DMing me. Lady Takre. I'm kidding. I love her. She's amazing. Do you need like a visual description? Are you blind? Why are you asking? Right. What's with that? Or that? Because these are piercings. Yeah. This is a piercing. I think it's called the spiral clip. And then this is just black spike. That's a bridge piercing. Yeah. Explain the loopholes. Also, explain the contradictions. Did it hurt? On a scale from 1 to 10, it hurt about like a 3. It hurt for like 2 days, and that was about it. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna plug my phone in so I can show you where the contradictions are. This is my second phone, by the way. My mother is home. Because there are contradictions in the Bible. The most, because I have talked about contradictions and loopholes in the Bible before. I just need to look up the specific verses because I do not have the Bible memorized. Thank you. Oh my god, excuse me. Hey, Mom! I'm live right now! Right now? Hang on. Also, if they found the blood of Jesus, which, yes, I still recognize Jesus was a real person and a religious historical figure. It's just that to me, he was not the son of God. He was just another dude that happened to be popular. But, besides the point, yeah, he happened to be popular, more popular than the emperor at the time, and ended up being crucified. And then a bunch of people made a bunch of stories and legends about him because he was so popular. Which, yes, I recognize that he was still a living person. But the idea of him having CC chromosomes makes absolutely no sense. And also, if you did allegedly find the blood of Christ, where was it stored for it not to get curdled or harmed in any way? Sure. Okay, there are multiple verses about loving all and loving each other as God has loved you. Um, love your neighbor as yourself, blah, 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 all of those. But, but despite there being so many passages, right, about all of that, there are also a lot of passages about not being gay, while also saying that God gave you love, so you shall love one another. Which, if you need the sources for those verses, I can give them to you. The three main contradictions that I'm specifically talking about is Noah's Ark, the Census of David, and Judas's death. That's the contradictions that the main ones, anyway. There is also contradictions about God's nature, faith versus works, punishment for sin, God's Jesus' genealogy, Jesus I cannot spell, and the timing of the crucifixion. So explain those contradictories and plot holes. I am looking at the contradictions. Genesis 6:19-20 mentions Noah taking 2 of every clean and unclean animal, and Genesis 7:2-3 specifies taking 7 pairs of clean animals and 2 pairs of unclean ones. The Census of David, numbers of fighting men found in David's illegal census differs between 2 Samuel 24:9. There were about 800,000 men of Israel and 500,000 men of Judah, and then 1 Chronicles 21:5 said there were 1,100,000 men of Israel and 4,700 men of Judah. That's just 2 contradictions. No, I don't think you heard my contradiction. The contradiction was that in one part of Genesis, it said that he did take 2 pairs of each animal, but then in another part further down the line, it said that he took more than that. So, also Judas' death in Matthew 27:5, it says that Judas hung himself, while in Acts 1:18, it says that he fell headlong and burst open in the middle, and all his bowels gushed out. That's a quote. Yeah, a lot of the Bible is a lot of the Bible was in mistranslation, because in a lot of Israeli text, which I believe is what the original language was in the Bible, most of the words didn't translate properly to English, and at the time people were still very conservative about their ideologies, so they basically just guessed on the translation for political propaganda. Which is why a lot of the newer versions are a lot kinder and more quote-unquote woke. because we have better knowledge of translation now. Okay, but that's still, you're hung up on one contradiction. There's still a lot more. Actually, the opposite. We're trying to convince this one guy in our comments what all of the contradictions are in the Bible. So, yeah. This is not an atheist live either. Hold on, I think it's disconnected. I'm not an atheist either. I am Christo-pagan. Hi. Christo-pagan is an umbrella term for anyone that believes in a mix of a Christian denomination and paganism, and it's different for everyone. So I personally believe in the principles, like the moralities taught in the Bible, like the 10 Commandments and like love thy neighbor, like stuff like that. But I don't believe in the actual stories of it. I just believe they're all metaphor and analogy for like to get the point across about the morality. And then we started on the topic of like the contradictions and loopholes in the Bible, which is why I personally don't believe in the stories, because they contradict themselves all the time. And then who was it? No, I am not a Satanist. But this Pontus guy was like saying that there were no contradictions in the Bible. So, do I like K-pop? I don't intentionally listen to them, I guess you could say. If they're like, I know a few songs, but I'm not like active in the K-pop community, I guess. Where in God's green earth is God? What I'm saying, bro. Gang, you clicked on a live with the title Therian fictionkin. What do you think? What are your pronouns, if you don't mind me asking? I don't care. My pronouns are up to the people and how they perceive me. Many people have encountered God. Many people have also been sent to mental hospitals. So that's... Many people have encountered the Greek and gods. So that argument is invalid. Okay, if you didn't click on it, then why are you typing? Quick question, guys. Sorry, there's like a piece of skin hanging off of my lip. You're free to leave. I excuse you. You can get up and get. Hold on. Ha ha. Ha. Yeah, thank you. I had to cut my hair for medical reasons, so. Love that. Thank you. No, not you. Okay. Yes, the Bible has the most living scriptures and versions of said Bible, because during the Crusades and mass murders, a lot of old scriptures and texts were burnt down and destroyed. So. Maybe educate yourself on your own religious history before you start popping up in here, if you don't mind. Anyway, I'm gonna put this conversation to a pause, because I'm gonna go shave my mom's head. Can you explain why there is a constant battle of demons going on? Again, I think that whole demon thing is a metaphor. So, I'm gonna put this conversation to a pause, a close, because I'm gonna go cut my mom's hair. Oh, I guess I can show my mom my mask too while I'm at it. Do you have the clippers on here?
Nope. Yeah.
Wonderful. I was talking to someone about the Bible. So that was a wonderful conversation. But yeah, here's...
I saw your TikTok.
Oh yeah, I should probably check my TikTok. I'm alive. Yeah, like there's gotta be like something supernatural going on here. There was like a bruise right here on my cheek and I don't know where I got it. It hurts. Oh, for sure. But you guys are gonna sit here while I cut my mom's hair. Say hi, Mom. I have like a bruise. You can kind of see it's right there. I don't know where I got it.
hurts.
So I kind of want to do like not as short this time, maybe like a
2.
1 guard. As we usually do.
We usually do nothing.
Yeah.
I don't think we have a 2. I lost it. We have a 1 and a 3, so we're doing a 1.
Yes.
Bonjour.
Oh yeah, I was talking to someone, like, you know, haters and things, and they were like, oh, I bet your parents are so proud about you. And I'm like, yeah, I post about my parents all the time. No towel?
No, just take it back up these.
Yeah. Hi, this is my mom.
You can't tell by how much we look like.
Bug it out. Yeah, this is my mom. I'm recutting her hair. She hasn't cut her hair in a minute.
Baby hers.
Let me just see baby hair's last. She has a cut from here, and then she has an undercut, and then she has the same thing on the other side.
Is the back all good?
Yeah. Yeah, that's fine.
It's fine or it's good?
It's good. But I'm just shaving one side at a time. My mom's had this haircut for
15 years.
15 years. No, because at one point when I was alive, you just completely shaved it.
Well, besides that. And then I grew it out and then I did the skin.
Yes, she's had it for 15 years. I will not do a house tour. So you want the house tour?
Johnny, Yes.
Yeah. Have you seen
The Muffin Man?
Michaela? I don't know what her last name is. They said you look great. You look great or you look gay? Both.
Both.
Because you are both. I'm telling Jonathan he said that. Smack you in the face. I think Athena is getting used to, like, Sky not being able to get to her in her cage.
She's coming down more.
Yeah. She came downstairs earlier when Sky was in her cage. And then Sky was, like, barking.
Athena's like, oh.
And I was like, Sky, shut up. She's not going to do anything. She doesn't want to play with you. Taking Chibi Bold. I hate when I have to go like super close to your hairline because I'm scared. Yes. Curl your hair up. I'm getting it.
I don't know, but I'm trying to figure out if that's part of the short hair, if that's... I don't understand.
I do. I'm cutting your hair. Let me do my job. There you go. There you go. Hi.
Baby hairs.
Do you not want to get your underbite?
Do I still have that?
Yeah. Do you want me to get that? Or just leave it? 'Cause it's not noticeable when your hair's down.
Let's get it.
Okay.
I forgot about that. Hang on.
Jesus had long hair. Okay.
Look, my hair looks like ice cream.
Oh, I forgot about
Wait.
that. You look like you were in a Dr. Seuss movie.
There you go. Slowly roll down the hole.
I'm not gonna cut you. You got naughty knees. You don't really care if Jesus had long hair. What is happening in my comment section? This is like overly religious guy in my comments. This guy was talking to the Bible about. And he was like, well, the Bible has the most scriptures and the most like versions of it. And I'm like, yeah, that's because during the Christian Crusades, they kind of like burned everything down.
Tell them to watch more.
Watch what?
More.
Morgue?
Like I watched.
I don't know what that is.
It's the guy I watched. I just said.
The gay one with the accent?
The guy who has blonde hair and he wears black. And he talks about religious stuff.
Mom, you're right there. You can tell by the watch that. There you go. Merry Christmas.
We'll talk to the internets.
You used to. Now you're boring. Gay Lord, Lord of the Gays. Wonderful. I shall leave you now.
Good.
Huh?
We gotta get these to
Oh, what have you done?
chili dogs probably.
Indeed.
And on the other side. Because maybe don't do that side.
I did do that side actually. Man! Got a lot of energy in my neck.
Okay. Oh gosh. Face itches. Hold these. Can you take the chair back?
All I'm gonna say is if long hair gives power, then why didn't Jesus use that power to IDK, not die? I love the reasoning of these people.
Hand me the broom.
Okay. Ow. Another?
Take that look. Good gravy.
Have you tried just cutting your hair? Okay, bye. Okay.
Love you.
Love you. I shall be back. Nobody explode. I'm gonna time you out while I'm gone. I don't trust you. Okay. Can I use your bathroom?
What?
I have to pee. Oh, weird.
so it's probably. Also, it's settling into that stretch mark. It's making a hit in the stretch mark.
Yeah, that's nesting. You need to take that out.
What's nesting?
It's when, it's kind of like a form of rejecting. It's when a piercing is too short to survive in a new piercing while it's healing. So, oh, stop. Why are you cleaning it like that?
What do you want me to do, Kitty?
Okay, well, nesting is when jewelry is too short to survive in a piercing, so it tries to dig into your hole to be safe. Okay, that's not the word. And also, don't clean it like that ever again.
Why?
You're gonna overhydrate it. Your piercing needs to stay dry constantly, and if you do that, the moisture will stick into the hole of your piercing, and that can cause bacterial infections. Don't clean it like that.
You know what I was doing? I was cleaning at work, and I was carrying like this trash bin thing, and I didn't see a hole, and the corner of it, like when I bumped into the hole, and I hurt really bad. And I did the same thing with my butt. I wonder if this was.
Okay. I tell you now, close that toilet. I farted and it stinks.
Did you guys explode? We're live. I said close. Anyway. Hi, people. Hi. I seeded a pomegranate. Anyways. Enough religious discussion for now. Meow. Meow. Oh my god. Athena. Come hither. Come this way. Athena. Do I like prehistoric? Not particularly. Excuse you, ma'am. Excuse you, Athena! You're messing with my wands. Kitty! Hi, Kitty! You just put a fork into an electrical socket. That sounds like an amazing idea. Ow, Athena. She dropped my wand. What's my favorite dinosaur? I don't know the name. So let me look it up. This thing. Oh, you guys like the nature sounds? Hold on. I got you. We're gonna get real naturey in here. I'm picking up a few things. So we're going to ignore it. I am not goth. Give me 2 seconds. My live might pause, but I will be back. Because my Wi-Fi died on this phone. I'm back. Sorry, my TV is connected to the neighbor's Wi-Fi, not our Wi-Fi. So I had to change my Wi-Fi for a second. But I think this works now. That scared me. Anyway. Look up what now? I do not like what this thing looks like. I'm sorry. What is that? I don't like it. Can you guys hear that music? Okay. Ooh. Hold on. I have to... Hold on. I'm organizing my boards. I do have Tourette's syndrome, yes. 1, 2, 3. Okay, I think that's the only ones on this board. Move to Pandora, if I can. Okay. And then let's go to character art, maybe. Nope, organize. 1, 2. No, that's not. No. Oops. Yes. I have a lot of conditions, and one of them is Tourette's syndrome. Sorry, I'm organizing one of my Pinterest boards because the way this Pinterest board is organized is stressing me out. Anyway, I was locked in. I also have ASD. Yay! I have autism level 2. Can I buy you watermelon? My eyes are getting exposed to more and more light, so I can feel them getting brighter. My eyes hurt. Bye! Ooh. My back hurts. My school gave me grilled beef. I do not miss school food whatsoever. honestly not a big fan of Dr. Pepper. I think it's like a creamier Coke, and it like throws me off. Yeah. I'm finally making a avatar Pinterest board. It's my first time here. Greetings from Australia. Hi! Greetings from Texas, US. Oh. My favorite band is from Texas? What band is it? Don't try sneezing with your eyes open. I've heard about that. I heard that one. I do not know them. What type of vehicle? What? I am also trans. My flag is right there. Right. I apparently don't know how my fingers work. Bye! I have, I think, 3 flags up on my wall. I have a trans one over there. And then, like, right over there in that nook, I have a pan flag. Right, that tiny one. And then I have a progress flag right there.
Happy birthday. What? My birthday passed. Boys will be boys. I don't know. Public school is weird. I'm gonna change my top real quick. Ah! I tripped over one of my crutches. That hurted. Wait. Wait. Hold on. My brain is glitching. There we go. Okay, now that that's tied, I don't know what to put over it. These two shall work. Sorry, I died. Yes, it is Blue from Blue's Clues. New top. Ah, my leg's cramping. Oh my god. I don't know what Ben and Holly is. Call me uncultured. I'm wearing two tops. I'm wearing this one, which is a crocheted one, and then I'm wearing like a sheer overlay top, I guess. Hi. A dude. They them creature, yes. I ate dinner at 4. I haven't eaten yet. And it is 4:15. You're what now? Oh. Condolences. Oh. Congratulations? Bread is good. We love bread. Yay.
Owie. Today I was doing my work and talking to a friend, and then I just couldn't talk. Type shit. Type shift. My friend just pinged me. They're all bald. Why are they all bald? Walk in. Hi, baby. Boo! Tomato, tomato. Hi, babe. Babe, do you want to see what Addie just sent me? What do we have here? Your mom. They're all bald. I don't know why they're all bald. I'm scared. I love this song. Oh. I feel so sick, Ma. Oh. Do you make content? Yes, I do. Oh. Why are we eating people's hair? Eat it more. No. You can find me on TikTok at crimzo._404. I'm trolling my partner right now, dog. Hold on, I got you, bro. No, I don't DM people. Teacher, he ate my hair. That sucks. Huzzah! The way of water. has no beginning and no end. I love Avatar. Can I even type here? Hold on. Yes, I can. Give me 2 seconds. Yeah, I know. That's why I'm not DMing anyone. That's why I don't DM people. Ugh. Hold on, give me 2 seconds, chat. I'm alive. Mango? I love mangoes. Give ice? No. I made this phone case, actually. Let me take it off. So, the base of it came from an old Elizabeth James phone case that I got when I got this phone. And then I just used mixed E6000 with paint, put that on there, and then slapped on a bunch of like charms and stuff that I got from Hobby Lobby. I love Avatar music. Right now I'm listening to, if you want to know what the playlist is, it's Living in Pandora, an Avatar playlist. And it has the, like all the songs from all the movies and a couple of songs from the game. The one that we're listening to right now is Spirits of Moara, whatever. And it is for the Pandora attraction on Disney World. But anyways, yes, Pandora and like Avatar playlists are very like naturistic and like very tribal. So they are shifty. Hi. Thank you. Yeah, I didn't bleach my hair evenly, so there's a bunch of different shades of blue going on. Tomorrow I get to bring my ESSA to school. When I was in school, I had when I was in school, I had disability accommodations, and one of them, I think it was called the handling of a special object or something like that. So I was allowed to bring stuffed animals that were no bigger than here to my hip. So it couldn't be too big. But yeah, I was allowed to bring my stuffed animals to school every day, and nobody could say anything about it. The green one or the purple one? The purple one I got at a metaphysical store, like a witchy store, and then the green one I got from, I think, a thrift store. That is like supportive, but also not. Okay, hold on. Okay, there you go. You're a moderator now. This is a purple crystal. It is polished amethyst. Yup. Oh, that's lovely. I am a gem lover. I have gems everywhere in my room. My partner, Levi. Where is my partner? I have no idea. New Age or just a collector? I don't know what New Age is. I don't intentionally... Hi, baby! I don't intentionally collect things. I just kind of hoard them, I guess. They are. They are, thank you. Right. This green necklace, I think, is just plastic. Look closer. Look closer to what? You said they are. I think you need to look closer. How many piercings do you have? 1, 2, 3, 4, like 6. 6, 7. Good vibes. Thank you. Yes, it's a skeleton hand. I got it for my birthday. I got it from my mom for my birthday. And it is surgical steel, so it doesn't turn my finger green. And I almost never take it off. I don't take it off to sleep. I don't take it off to... the only times I take it off is when I am making bread, taking a shower, or doing dishes, and that's about it. Here's your outfit. You can try. Hold on. And then I have my Harley Davidson boots. Which, my Harley Davidson boots are like the only ones. The only boots that I wear right now. Thank you. This song is Wild Sky from Avatar Frontiers of Pandora. So it is from Avatar. It's from the game. But the irony of my eating habits is I have a bowl of pomegranates. However, I also have cheeseburger and large fries. So. Anyways, I'm gonna go. I'm getting tired. I might take a nap. I don't know, but bye.